Sky News has seen leaked messages from a WhatsApp group of Conservative Party supporters reacting to the sacking yesterday of Suella Braverman as Home Secretary as part of the wider government reshuffle. Let's bring in our Deputy Political Editor, Sam Coates, who's got more on this. Sam, great to have you with us. So, what do we find in these WhatsApp messages?
So this morning, Kamali, David Cameron was around the cabinet table. Suella Braverman was not. Now, there's been a range of reactions. We've heard lots of the positive reactions yesterday from supporters of David Cameron, people delighted that a former Prime Minister was back at the top of government. But we've been hearing of some unhappiness in part of the wider Conservative movement. Let me tell you exactly what Sky News has obtained. Now, there's a grassroots organisation that was set up last year by Peter Cruddas, the Boris Johnson backer, which is sort of there to reflect, at the time it reflected the anger at ousting Boris Johnson and Liz Truss, the people, the leaders that the membership wanted, and wants to give a bigger voice to members in the party. Now, they've got regional WhatsApp groups all around the country, and yesterday they were abuzz with discussion of what they thought of Rishi Sunak's reshuffle. And I can tell you, Kamali, they weren't happy. Right. Let's go through some of the things that they said. If we look at some of the message, he's sacked Suella. He's on a suicide mission for the party. Next one, I can't believe it. Suella sacked and Cameron in as Foreign Secretary. Is it April Fool's Day? And the next one, Sunak has committed political suicide. Then, the cabinet is pretty much the exact opposite of what we voted for in 2019. Another one, incredible. He's just thrown the election away. I bet Starmer sent him a crate of champagne to thank him. Yet more. I call on Conservative MPs to submit vote of no confidence to the 1922. Rishi Sunak and his out-of-touch squad must be outed from number 10. You saw Andrea Jenkins submitting a letter last night. And then a final one. Well, on the bright side, Suella is free to replace him when the time comes.
Wow. Well, I guess a crate of Diet Cokes, who knows, doesn't drink champagne. But, I mean, what does this mean for the Conservative Party going forward electorally?
Look, I think there are 2 or 3 lessons that you can draw from these messages. Now, we're not naming the people. We do know the names, but they're not nationally significant figures. So that's why they're anonymised. But they do represent a very important strand of Conservative thinking. Many of them are Tory party members who are going to be difficult about these appointments. Some of them saying that they haven't been this cross at a political event since the ousting of Boris. One person saying they couldn't concentrate on their job. They were so angry at what they were seeing yesterday. And I think that it speaks to a big ideological divide that hasn't healed inside the Conservative Party. If anything, with Rishi Sunak, it's getting a little bit worse. From those sort of One Nationers and those who back David Cameron's approach of sort of big tent leadership that maybe nudged a little bit more to the centre, and that kind of electoral coalition that Boris Johnson put together in 2019 that got them the red wall seat, that I think some of those people in some of those areas now feel that Rishi Sunak's party doesn't quite represent them and isn't quite fighting for their interests in the front. We also learn that really Suella Braverman and Kemi Badenoch are the 2 faces of this wing, the Conservative Democratic Organisation wing of the party, and Rishi Sunak is not. They regularly refer to him as Nutsack. That's their kind of codename joke, nickname for him. It underscores, I think, the tensions in the party have not gone away, even though at times it's looked like things are a little bit calmer on the surface.
OK, Sam, for now, thank you very much.